podcast. Duthie's Rubber Boots podcast. We want to thank you for listening. We're sure you never thought we'd last. Oh no. We're gonna talk nothing, very little sports with your host Jimmy, Young James. And now you know for sure that it's gonna be a blast. It's gonna be a blast. Oh yes, this is the podcast.
Should we get to Lester's penis right away?
It's been 2 weeks I've been done.
I'm back, baby.
Well, it's been, I think, let's see, we had the Grey Cup pod.
Yep.
Lester was fired for that. The week before he wasn't with us.
No.
Fired.
And that's when we did the
And then we had a
pod.
week off in between.
Oh, yeah.
It's been 3 weeks.
Hiatus.
3 weeks since we've seen you.
Yes.
And I know you didn't...
My week was great. Thanks for asking.
we haven't got to the week that was, Lester, if you remember the order of the segments on this pod. Welcome back, though, buddy.
Thank you very much.
We decided to rehire you. Because it's the Christmas season and nobody should lose their job.
Not at Christmas. Right after Christmas.
Yeah. Probably on the World Junior pod that we tape around New Year's, he'll be fired. Be fired one more time. Welcome to episode 10 of the Rubber Boots podcast, sponsored by iDrinkCoffee.com, the Gansevoort, and Turks and Caicos. Untuck it. We have to order our shirts.
We do.
Because I want to wear them at the Christmas party.
Oh, yeah. Christmas? Like the work Christmas party?
Yeah.
That is
What's that?
Coming in hot. That's Friday.
Oh, crap.
Yeah.
Untuck it, people, if you're listening. This will be probably out Thursday. So you have 1 day to get us
That just reminds me, I got to talk to my wife about Friday.
Or do you? Look, at a hockey game came up a little late, honey. I'm going to be at work late. That's what you go with.
Yeah, there was something. I don't know. We had plans or something. But
And PuckPedia.
I'll be there.
Don't forget PuckPedia, at PuckPedia on Twitter. And we'll have our PuckPedia segment later on. 2 truths, 1 lie. It'll be Lester this week after a very successful debut of that segment. Mm-hmm. Lester's penis. So the last pod we did in studio when you weren't here, Puffy had a very controversial hypothetical about spending money to enlarge in your thing, little Lester. And he set a price. Would Lester's price be
$20,000?
So his would be the same. He's a very successful musician.
Very successful.
No, don't you think you should crank it up a bit?
Okay, 22,000.
Girth or length
per
inch.
Per inch.
Right.
O-Dog spent $3 million.
$3 million.
He did.
Yeah, he did. He spent everything that he made in the National Hockey League.
Told his family, take a hike.
he went all in. And as did Stoff, because he wanted to be a circus
Yeah,
freak.
he wants to
Puff and I were...
live the life.
We were
had
much more
real
modest.
numbers.
We were much more modest. Anyway, we figured, Lester, you'd be quite confident as you are with your musical abilities.
So just so I'm clear, the hypothetical is, would I,
No, you don't get any money.
I don't get
Lester.
No. I have to spend.
You have to spend. Puffy said 22 grand.
He's like, how many inches do I have to give up?
Per inch.
Guys, I'm probably gonna hold the course. I'm gonna hold.
That's the most predictable answer in the history of the world. Even if you
not to say that. Listen, let's make this very clear. I'm not walking around like Bell doesn't have me on speed dial just in case they need an extra phone cable. Okay, they don't have me. It's not like that. It's not like that.
Seriously endowed Lester.
The hammer of the podcast. No,
Probably true.
But listen, I'm happy. I'm satisfied. I have not had any complaints.
As am I.
So far.
That's why I went for the reduction. I went for the reduction. I made 250 grand on it.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
Big success. Why don't we get right away before we get into really the 2 weeks that were, because we have a lot of stories to tell you. Let's get into the Roddy recap, brought to you by iDrinkCoffee.com.
Middle of the morning, can't keep my eyes open, cause I got to have a cup of java. I got to have a cup of java. So I better log on to iDrinkCoffee.com. Woo-hoo. iDrinkCoffee.com.
You know, I gotta say, it's been a pretty good run for the Rubber Boots pod. 2 weeks, 2 legendary guest appearances. I'm sure other things happened. Here are a few highlights.
You mean there actually is a podcast? I thought you were paying me to just read you dirty stories. This has been a good day because, it's a great day now.
Ah, marvelous. Now for a couple of Roddy's personal favorites.
iDrinkCoffee.com. I'm Rod Smith, and I untuck it. I just send them an invoice. Whatever you do with them is up to you.
And of course, the money maker. Sorry about that. I think the divorce rate just spiked. As for the pod, the rest was just Puffy reading children's stories to orphans.
You could die.
Watch the language. You've only had half a beer.
I must say, the boys and I sure bonded during the festivities at Grey Cup Week. But things went a little south after they were denied access to Ladies' Night at the Roddy House. I should have mentioned that it was ladies only night, but even that detail didn't deter Jimmy.
But we had the life-size photo of Stanishevsky.
Well, with the CFL season in the books, Roddy's agents already started negotiating Roddy's contract for next season.
$1 million? $2 million?
I might need 3, Jimmy.
$3 million per game? Not bad. They know I won't get out of bed for less than 2. But typically one would want to pay Roddy to stay in bed, if you catch my drift. Till next time, kids.
Nicely done, Smitty.
Roddy's already back in. I just passed him on the way in.
I went to park in his parking spot the other day, and I'm like, what the hell is this?
Already back on the 6 o'clock sports
He likes
center.
to space out his off-season time.
Yeah, he's good. No.
Smart.
I thought, after Grey Cup, boom, see ya. Roddy,
I thought
see ya.
take
3
a month
months
off. Yeah,
Cabo with his supermodels and all
Right.
that, but boom, right back at the sports center. That's
He's
the
a grinder.
That's the kind of professional.
He's on Grindr?
he is.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, I guess you get tired of one, you start to go to the other, I suppose.
That's the life-size photo of Natasha that was in my room throughout Grey Cup week because it was a prop for the Grey Cup Awards. I think I explained that. Did I on the last
think
pod?
so.
It's good to know.
You seemed hammered, and I don't think you
I think
were.
it was because of I just come off the plane, and
Right.
there's not.
Had you even had any drinks?
No, I had nothing to drink.
Because you
angry?
You felt
I
really
came in
angry
hot.
and hammered.
I think I was lightheaded from my flight.
Really?
You get up there in that 50,000 feet. I don't know. What do we travel at?
I
these
listened to it.
days?
I thought for sure you were hammered.
So I had this
Disrespect.
this life-size photo of Natasha, a giant, not life-size, but a giant photo of her head that I was using for a bit for the awards where the players were trying to spell her name, and I had to carry it around for about 3 days in Edmonton, which was really awkward. And then it was there for the pod, and Roddy was taking dangerous photos with it. But I gave it to. I walked off the stage, and the first guy I saw was Mike Riley.
Yeah.
Quarterback of the Eskimos, who was in the first row, so I just gave it to him. So I have no idea what he did with it.
Oh, so it's just out there in the world.
Well, I wasn't going to take it out. I was going straight from the party if I wasn't soaked with the beer that was poured down my face.
Yes.
Chug.
So I went home and changed. But yeah, so Mike Riley has
That video got out there a bit.
Yeah, so Lester, I don't know if you saw
I
that.
saw it.
Yeah,
I saw it.
that was it was funny because I decided I'd do this. I was going to have John Gott chug the beer, but then the CFL and particularly the Red Blacks didn't want John Gott chugging the beer again. As great as it was one of the great moments of the CFL season.
Sure,
It went viral all over the place.
100%.
So I thought, okay, I'll get him to pour one down my throat, and I wasn't too concerned about it. It was just the CFL Awards. It wasn't even on TV.
Yeah.
So it wasn't going to go anywhere, right?
I promised Marcel Desjardins, the GM of the Red Blacks, that I wouldn't let him do it, and Randy Ambrosi, because he kind of got fined the last time he did it. So I'm going to get him to pour one down my throat. I do not know how to chug a beer, so it's going to be ugly.
All right, guys, come on. Let's hear it for James Duthie here. He needs a little help. JD, 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 JD. Woo! Go!
And so then I forgot about Bar Down and TSN.ca, and I kind of forgot about the internet. And
It got out.
I got a lot of ribbing for my inability
Your
to chug.
fish lips on that.
I did have some fish lips going. To my
You saved it at the end.
in my defense, I wanted him to. It wasn't like chugging. I think I haven't chugged a beer in a while. I love my beer, but I will drink it.
As a gentleman,
I'll
should.
doctor it. In my defense, pouring it like when it's a foot above your head, you have to be able to open your throat. Like Corey Belmar.
Yeah.
I should have had him on.
Yeah.
Our guy, the
Should have helped.
beer miler guy.
Yeah.
Because he was even ripping me on Twitter.
You amateur.
He's like, buddy, we got to talk about this. It's hard to do that. Like, you can't. Can you open your throat like that?
I can, but it's from that distance. It's a little hard. You got to
was tough.
catch it. It's almost
right.
like
Once I
catch it.
got it up to my lips, the golden nectar, I was doing a little bit better, but I was drenched. And then I was showing a lot of nipple because I had a very thin white shirt on. So let's just say the ladies got a real treat at the end of the CFL Awards.
Never mind. I was going to say some bad untucked joke there, but this is our sponsor.
That's right. I was not wearing an untucked shirt for that at the awards. So I guess we've kind of cheated here and gotten ahead of the week that was. But I wanted to say one more thing about idrinkcoffee.com, the beloved sponsor of the Rod Smith recap. I was talking to Slavic today.
Yeah,
very busy. The Christmas season's going nuts. And a new espresso machine or a coffee machine.
Nice.
As we said last year, is there a better gift for your mama, your wife, your girlfriend?
No.
Anything?
Mistress.
Your sister. So what Stoff wanted to do, he's got the old Rubber Boots code, just like we have for Untuck It. So if you go to idrinkcoffee.com and you want to buy your loved one, and to our lady listeners, your man, an espresso machine. They have all sorts of really cool ones, all sorts of varieties and price ranges, or a coffee machine. Just use the coupon code Rubber Boots, one word, and you'll get an extra 10% off.
That's awesome.
That's all the way until December 23rd at idrinkcoffee.com. Let's get to the week that was.
Let's discuss the week that was with James Duthie and the Rubber Boots Podcast crew.
Just because I have more stories from Grey Cup and some other stuff that happened this weekend, Lester, because we haven't heard you for 3 weeks, did anything exciting happen that we need to know about your life?
Well, first of all, I have to say, just in general, I have to applaud you guys for your efforts on all of the songs last week. I just thought it was an outstanding effort.
I thought so.
Inaudible at most times.
We messed up a few. What were the ones we were having trouble?
The Gansevoort.
Let's try it again here, Puffy. We'll do the Gansevoort theme later, but... You need all day, you need a vacation, so be like Jimmy and go to Turks and Caicos.
Luxury and class, a 5-star resort.
So that's all we missed.
That's what.
Luxury and class. I think we missed that part.
Oh,
luxury and class, a 5-star resort. You must book the Gansevoort. All right.
Yes.
Now I got it.
Anyway,
I think we muffed that one up a little bit.
That's all right. Everything's cool. I will tell you that I have finished recording the version of Hypotheticals.
Your song.
Your song. I've taken the song out of Puffy's Hypotheticals and made it Hypotheticals.
Now, will it be on iTunes?
It will be on iTunes. I'm not going to do anything till next year. I've just got to the point where it got a little bit late in the year. I want to make a video for it too.
But can we debut it on the pod? Maybe
we can. You know what I will do is I'll make sure it's not mixed yet. Right,
okay.
So I need to mix it still. So
do you want to send maybe as background vocals?
I can. Does
it have the word Puffy at all?
Do you need me to do a rap in the middle?
The word Puffy is in there somewhere?
Yes, it is.
It's not slided in.
It is.
Nice.
Yes.
I like that.
So I put that in there. So I've done that. And then also, you saw on Instagram this weekend, and thank you very much for the push there.
Right.
I've finished my Christmas song for the year.
It's called "I Got Fired for Christmas."
It's about
I got fired for Christmas. They did it to me again.
Yeah,
those bastards.
But so I've recorded.
What's it called? Can you tell us what it's called?
It's called "I Can't Shop."
I can't shop.
Actually, the full title is "I Can't Shop for You at Christmas."
Can't shop for you at Christmas. So it's got a retail theme.
Yeah.
Is it a love song?
It is in the sense that this guy, who could be me or somebody else,
but it's probably you.
It's probably me.
Yeah.
He can't find. He doesn't know what to get his girl for Christmas.
I'm in that boat right now.
Yeah.
Exactly, and it's tough.
Anybody out of that boat right now? Stoff, we haven't heard from you yet. Hi, how are you?
My week, terrific. Doing well.
Has anybody bought their girl?
I haven't bought anyone Christmas presents.
I wait till the
24th.
Do you really?
Usually, so this was supposed to be my year where I start ahead and I buy stuff online, but then Canada Post went on strike.
Right.
You know, there's things called shopping malls that you can go to stuff. They're still over.
Parking at those is just awful.
That's true.
I used to work with a guy. I used to work at a grocery store a long time ago when we was in a mall. So he'd wait till the 24th and he'd run down to like Shoppers Drug Mart and Shoppers Drug Mart wasn't what it is now, right?
Yeah.
So
I used to do that
here's some
too.
soap.
I used to be at 24. Yeah, what's that? What's like the Bed Bath and Beyond called? Like, but it was like in the malls.
Body Shop?
Body Shop. Oh, I'd go in there.
That place gets you high and then nauseous within about a minute.
Yeah, I would spend like $300 on like.
I know. I used to like them for myself. I take one of those.
Seriously?
Yeah, those green and yellow soaps into the shower, and you just come out smelling like a.
Did they really make you feel more
manly?
Not manly, but just more clean.
Yeah.
Did they?
Oh yeah, clean. You smell beautiful in there.
It's worth the money then.
Seriously, you should get
Body Shop exist anymore?
Clean? I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think they
There's
exist.
things like that where it's like you would have thought that's going to be around forever, like Blockbuster Video.
Or the T-shirt spots in the mall where you get the thing, and that's what the big deal when I was a little kid. You get, they had T-shirt stores, and you pick your T-shirt, and then you get your Van Halen logo put on it.
Really?
You're not that much younger than me. Come on.
Feels like
that was a big deal.
Actually, I lie. I think they do exist.
Body Shop?
Yeah, I think
there's one at Upper Canada Mall.
There's one at Scarborough Town, not far from where we are taping this podcast. Just in case, Puffy, you need to run out and get something.
Yeah, I might head over there for a milkshake from Laura Secord. I love those things.
Yeah, they're pretty good, aren't they?
Oh, man, they're good.
Laura Secord still exists.
Yeah, it's over at Scarborough.
Yeah.
Scarborough Town Center. I went over there sometimes.
They were never wrong.
Get some kernels.
Yeah.
We're getting sidetracked here, which is
big time.
The week that was. Okay, so a couple other Grey Cup stories. This was my favorite Grey Cup moment for me. I think I'm going to say the Friday night of Grey Cup. We went out for dinner. Puffy, myself, Bump, Roddy, Jock Climby, Hambone, one of the CFL producers. Anybody else? Am I missing anybody else, Puffy?
I think that was it.
Shanetti? Maybe?
Shanetti might have come. Yeah, Shanetti came.
So then we end up in a little pub near the hotel afterwards.
Underground, it was called.
Underground. And I was being very light on the evening. Once I get to the weekend, I try to be very professional. But the other crew with me... See, I didn't really notice, but by the end of the night, I noticed that it was, just a lot of beers consumed, nothing out of hand.
No.
But Puffy, he spilled a beer, Lester.
Oh, look out.
All over the table. We were on a big, long table.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, so big, long table. And the waitress came by, and she brought this dirty old rag and
I think I remember.
Ragged up the beer.
I think I remember.
And there was so much beer spilled because there's those big pints you get in a pub.
Of course.
That she had to. She took the glass that he had been drinking in, and she kept squeegeeing the stuff back into the glass. And so this took about three things of the rag, and of course Roddy and I looked at Puffy, and as immature and juvenile as we could be, said, "Drink." And Puffy, without a second of hesitation, chugged that rag-infested table beer down his throat.
I'm really I'm subject to peer pressure.
It was a great moment, but it might have been best case scenario, clean rag. Right?
Jimmy, I will do anything for a moment. You know that.
Wow.
And but what if it was like the toilet rag? You could have died.
You don't die from
You could have gotten something to caucus. The
dogs would all be dead by now.
Munchakakis or something like that.
What if it had romaine
Can't
lettuce?
Say I don't feel well. That was, Jimmy got very angry with the romaine lettuce out there. He refused to eat somewhere.
That's right.
They had romaine lettuce, and then the next day he was eating romaine lettuce.
Yeah, that was a mistake, though.
So he could die just as likely as I can.
Wow. My money's on you.
If you thought Puffy's hypotheticals were good on the pod, when Puff has a few beers in him.
Oh, God.
So we're sitting at this table. You won't remember this either.
I honestly don't remember this at all.
And basically, there was a little, those little coasters you get in a pub that are just made of cheap cardboard?
Yeah.
And so I was playing with them with my
Seriously,
hand.
were you stone sober when the rest of us were all...
I had about 3 beers, so yeah. I broke this. I was just playing with it while I was talking, and I basically broke this little cardboard piece up and made it in the shape of a house. And Puffy goes, "Okay, you have to get shrunk down and live in that house on this table for 3 years for $5 million. You have to live on this table. You're a little 1 centimeter tall, but you have to live in this pub underneath this house." You remember that?
I kind of now remember.
Wow.
Yeah,
that was like a 20-minute conversation because you had guys like Rod and Shanetti analyzing the entire situation.
Breaking it down.
Yeah, Rod, I talked to Rod yesterday, and he said he also is pretty in deep in that night. He said the Friday night was one of his usual...
Well, Roddy said...
We got to get on one of these trips, man.
Yeah,
like,
it's
just...
Roddy's like the guy that you'll say, all right, I'll have one. And then 18 later.
And it's like a keg.
For me, the trip was I was either drunk or I was really hungover.
Right.
It was one or the other.
But you know what? I will say this. You were concerned. Saturday night, the Sunday show's a big show because we have 5 hours of pregame. There's a ton of tape. That's where Puffy really comes in handy.
Yeah.
And he was a little concerned that Saturday night because there was a lot to be done, and he pulled it off. No wrong tapes. Smooth show.
Yeah, we had a great show.
The only thing that went wrong is Farhan walked in front of my camera once when he just wasn't even paying attention that I was still on TV.
First time on TV.
The guy just finishes a segment. Literally, and that's The Insiders with Dave Naylor and Farhan Lalji. Thanks very much, guys. Now on to Bo Levi Mitchell. I started reading an intro. Farhan gets up from the desk, gets on his phone, and walks in front of me and stands in front of the camera.
Wow.
Farhan, we're still doing the show. I'm talking on the camera now.
Yeah,
you idiots.
Hey, listen, he won a football championship.
That's right.
Did they
They lost. I think they lost.
They lost
in the championship, I believe.
Really?
I saw on Twitter.
I knew they made the final.
Sorry, Farhan.
No recreation of
What a call by Coach Lalji.
That's unbelievable.
Oh, my goodness.
I want to talk more about the CFL game, the Grey Cup. It was a long time ago. It was a great week. Thank you, Edmonton. It was not a great game. They got to do something about the field. That was bogus.
You know what? I have to say, championship game, come on.
Yeah, it was brutal. It was brutal. And
Now, Jimmy, do you want to talk about your flight home? Because I believe this is a bit of a situation where you have to decide whether or not you're in the right on this.
Okay.
So is this an a-hole A-okay?
Yes, this is a bit of an a-hole.
Can I? Let's call a audible stuff and do a little a-hole or a-okay. We haven't done that in a while.
Is it a-hole or is it okay?
I missed that. Another segment we just completely forgot about.
All right.
Until it came out right now.
Pretty good segment.
So we did one on a plane last year about putting your seat back on a plane. So, well, Puffy, you might as well lay out the scenario. I guess it'd be better
So
if
we
you
were
did
all getting on the plane. You were a bit ahead of me.
Pretty much everyone on the same plane.
Everyone on the same flight. 8 a.m. So
Right.
I was in really rough shape.
Right.
And I was right with Stu Johnson and Mark Meliere.
Stu Johnson, the boss of CTV.
I think
and
Bell
TSN.
Media and everything.
Pretty much,
like
almost
the head-to-head
everything.
boss.
Almost.
Yeah.
He's
And
up
Mark
there.
Meliere basically the head-to-head boss at TSN.
Correct.
And so we're getting on the plane, and I look to my left, and there's Jimmy in first class on the aisle while Mark and Stu walk by him and sit in the back of the coach. How do you let your boss walk past you and sit in the 3 seats of coach while you sit in first class?
Well, I think there's airport regulations that you cannot give up. You cannot give up your seat that way. I asked every flight attendant. I tried to stop the plane. Do not take off. I can't let this happen. But the funny thing is, the person who ended up next to me on the flight in first class was Brian Williams, sitting next to me, James, for the flight, and I think he felt worse than I did because Brian Williams, Olympic legend, kept saying, "This just doesn't seem right, James, that Mr. Meliere and Stu Johnson are at the back, and we're sitting here having our nice chicken dinner up in first class. Stephen Harper right behind us, the Prime Minister, the former Prime Minister.
Was Stephen Harper
he was
there?
also in first class, Stephen Harper.
Seriously?
Yes.
Hilarious.
He was 2 rows behind, so he also did not give up his seat for Stu Johnson or Mark Meliere. So yeah, me and B-Dubs, we hung out for 4 hours, and the bosses were
You didn't
stuck
get any
in the
sleep?
back.
Because I slept for about 3.5 hours.
No, B-Dubs can tell some stories. There's no doubt about that. So
I remember 1992 in Sarajevo.
It was an interesting flight.
But in all seriousness, that's not your fault. You didn't book the ticket.
No, you see, I think that I don't know this. Maybe we need to get Stu Johnson on. I believe that Bell Media has some sort of policy where their bosses take commercial to make a
which is completely unacceptable.
to set an example or whatever.
You should be, if you're one of the perks of being the boss, you should be able to ride the front.
I agree with that, and I have some points and get some bump ups here and there, but I don't take every flight first class. Just so you know.
No,
I was in Ottawa on the weekend.
I'm actually surprised you didn't fly to Vancouver so you could get in the pod and fly all the way.
That's a good
No
point.
one loves their pods more than you.
I had a
and
pod on
Bobby.
the way out to Calgary for the Western Final before that. That was highly enjoyable.
You stayed out there,
Cookies
right?
night. Yeah, I stayed. out of it. See, I saved the company money right there.
Oh, yeah.
That's true. Got in the car with our award-winning producer, Paul Graham, to drive from Edmonton to Calgary. Anyway, so A-hole or A-OK?
I think it was an A-hole move.
I think it's A-OK.
Stuff, deciding vote.
I like our bosses. I say a-hole.
Yeah, I did look
I
at
think
it.
you and Brian both should have given up your seats to them.
It was an uncomfortable moment for me. I'm not going to lie about it. But the other thing was my TV didn't work.
Well, that's a bit of karma there, my
Well, it might as well not have been in first class at all.
Yeah, so that screwed me completely. Okay, so I go to Ottawa. Oh, one other note from Grey Cup. This just struck me as funny. When the game was over, I'm sitting at the desk about to go up and present the Grey Cup in a couple minutes. And Chris Matthews, one of the Stamps receivers, the guy who was almost the Super Bowl hero.
Former Seahawk.
Yeah, a few years ago. He comes up, and I guess Davis is there with me. Sanchez, our analyst, and he's like, "Thank you, guys. Thank you, because you made this happen. You motivated us. Thank you very much for this." He's looking at me. I'm like, I come onto the CFL for the last 2 weeks. What? So I'm guessing it was somehow another one of these warped us against the world. Everybody doubted us.
Sure.
Nobody wanted us here.
Sure.
That every athlete somehow comes up with in the Grey Cup. But he's looking at me pointing. Thank
Right
you.
at
You
you.
made this happen. What? Because I picked the Red
You
Blacks
did pick the
pregame?
Red Blacks.
Oh
He
my
saw
goodness!
that.
How did he see that? It was 10 minutes before the game.
They have the game. They have the broadcast on. They wanted to make sure all my tapes ran okay.
Stampeders fans, thank you. Apparently, I helped you win the Grey Cup. So last weekend, I go to Ottawa for a couple of things: the Carlson return.
Oh yes.
And then the Nylander watch.
Yes.
We did those back to back. The Carlson return was pretty anticlimactic, frankly. It was.
And they got pumped.
Yeah, they got pumped. It was a good weekend for Ottawa. Then we stuck around in the rink for the Nylander watch.
Lucky you.
Which, you know what, people around the country can rip TSN and everybody else for focusing too much on that, and it's deservedly so.
Yeah.
To an extent. But I cannot tell you, in Ottawa, the number of people that came by our booth throughout that game or were yelling at us from the stands asking us what was happening with Nylander was more people that were than were watching the game. So there is interest in that.
Oh, yeah, I was at a hockey tournament in Buffalo, and people were bugging me the whole time.
Well, I'll tell you, if I could just offer this from a business perspective as well, the page views for tsn.ca and all our stuff over the weekend, because it was largely driven by Nylander, was like about 6 or 7 times what we normally get.
Right.
So, yeah, like, as owners of the Leafs, we should have a holdout like this every year, just to drive internet traffic.
You should get used to it. It's going to happen again.
Matthews and Marner next year.
They're
kid?
all coming home.
Okay, so you know what? When one shout out, it was fun watching Darren Dreger do his thing.
Yeah, he's very good.
You know what? I've known the insiders for years, but it's not that often. I'm just sitting next to them while this stuff is happening, and a lot of people were wondering who was going to break that signing. And as the hour got closer to 5. And MJ and I and Dregs are just sitting around waiting, and then Dregs got the text from, I won't obviously say the source.
I know who it was.
And it says done, and which is the worst text an insider can get.
Yeah.
Because what does that mean?
He's done?
We're done. He's not coming back,
Yeah.
or it's back. So he comes back. You know how long? And the text came back 6 years, and Dregs. You know, that's still not a lot of information.
Yeah.
But Dregs looks at MJ. Should I tweet it? We're like, damn straight you should tweet it, because not our ass on the line. And he tweets it, and boom,
Explosion.
It's fun to watch the tweet, the way Twitter has the handle now, and watch like the retweets go up to 8,000 or whatever it was. So that's a cool moment. I have so much respect for Dregs and Pierre and Bob and Elliot on the other side.
Yeah.
Because I had one this morning. It was a junior hockey trade, and I just happened to get it from a source in Ottawa. I never break trades, and I tweeted it. And the nervousness I had for about the 15 minutes before it was confirmed, because something would have gone wrong with our history.
We've seen it happen.
In Ginla. So those guys go through that every day, and it was cool to watch. Anyway, so the story I was trying to get to was we had Darian came with me to take a couple of tours. My daughter, Darian, is my oldest daughter. She's 17, going to university next year. And I took her to Carleton, my alma mater, for a tour on the Friday. Then she went to Ottawa U for a tour on the Saturday.
Nice.
Great to be back in the old haunts. I hadn't really walked around Carleton. I didn't call in any favors.
No.
We just signed up for the tour online and did the tour at Carleton.
That's awesome.
A couple things about this tour. First of all, not to be judgmental, but couldn't have ended up with a more studious, nerdy group of students.
Yes.
Like they were all bio something, right?
For which school?
Carleton. To try to get into Carleton.
Isn't Carleton...
No, not anymore. Carleton's a pretty good school.
Is it?
Yeah, and every school has your... So the tour guide was a very nice guy, was really trying hard, and he was one of those bio math guys too. But he it was just the worst tour ever because he was pretty nerdy.
Yeah.
And he was trying to make it really exciting. Like trying way too hard to make it exciting. For instance, like we went by this big theater, where they have those 300-seat theaters to take a class in. And he goes, "Oh, guys, look at this. Usually I only do the tours on the weekend and these theaters are empty. Today there's a class. So if you go up to the glass, you can see the students in the theater and the prof teaching the class." And that was the entire tour was like that. It was like, now we're in the athletic facility. Look at the workout gear. There are free weights and machines. But there was a guy on the tour who I don't think he had any desire to go to Carleton.
Yeah.
Or was planning to go to Carleton. I think he was trying to run a scam because at the beginning they asked, what do you want to go into? And everyone said architecture, I think, except for my architecture and math, except for my daughter. And this guy said, yeah, architecture. And so we started talking to him as we're walking around. It's like, my daughter's like, so what are the prerequisites for architecture? And he goes, well, what's a prerequisite? And she's like, well, the courses you need. And he's like, oh, I'm not sure. And then he kept asking questions. Every question he asked, and he asked a lot of questions, went like this. We're in the library. If you're not a student here, how can you access the library computers? And then we're in like a carpentry thing in the architecture. If you're not a student here, can you get access to this building to use the carpentry machines?
Oh my God.
It was the great. So I think he was just trying to figure out
a way to
how he could get free crap.
Yeah, no kidding.
And build something at the school.
That's awesome.
So anyway, Darian's with me. She's waiting at the hotel. Now we got to catch a flight. 7 p.m. flight. We're stuck with Nylander till 5:30. MJ's with me, Mike Johnson.
Yep.
He's going to take the same flight as me. Traffic on the way back to the hotel, staying at the Westin downtown Ottawa. I'm texting Darian saying, get down to the lobby, get my stuff packed up because it's going to be really close to make it to the airport. She says, no problem, Dad. I'm down the lobby, but just so you know, it's hell here. It took me 45 minutes to get down. The Westin elevators, you know the Westin Ottawa with that goofy elevator system? They broke down. So there was only one elevator working, and there was a convention going on. So she goes, there's 50 people on every floor, and there's 300 people in the lobby. I'm like, okay, no problem. I'm going to be there in 3 minutes. You picked up my Nexus cards, right, that were on the desk? No. I didn't see them. Honey, the Nexus cards, I put them right on the desk. I told you to grab everything. Yeah, I didn't see them. Okay, no problem. I'll go back up. Dad, you can't get back up. You're screwed. We're screwed. We're not making our flight. No, I can make it, honey. Just give me the key. I left the key in the room. Okay, so I run in. So it's a 7 o'clock flight. It's 6:10.
You have no chance.
No.
6:10. I get in the lobby. I bud to the front of the line like I asked people politely. I get the girl to get me a new card for my room. Now, it was, as Darian advertised, mayhem in the lobby. But there's one girl with the concierge thing on. Alexa Hernandez, I'm giving her a shout-out right now.
Nice.
I'm like, I need to get to the 15th floor and get in my room. Are there stairs? There's no stairs. I don't know how there's no stairs.
That's a fire hazard.
They only open the stairs if there's a fire or something.
Or how about if the elevators break
exactly.
down?
Come on. So Alexa says, come with me. We go to the back, like the freight elevator, employee elevator,
nice.
which is still crazy busy because lots of employees. But she gets me on there. Takes about 10 minutes, but I get to the floor. Get out on the floor. There's literally 50 people waiting on my floor, freaking out. So, Alexa, stay here. Try to hold the elevator for me. Run to the door. Key doesn't work.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God.
The girl at the front gave me a bad key.
Oh.
So I'm done now. I with my head between my legs, I walk back. She goes, oh, no, I got the universal key. Alexa, again, boom, into the door, grab the Nexus cards, back onto the freight elevator, just in time, get down, 6:30.
Yeah.
Okay, the plane is gone, Jimmy. It's taxiing right now.
Shouldn't say that. 6:22, burn it with MJ, get to the airport 6:35.
Whoa, MJ stayed with you?
MJ stayed with me, had no choice.
Why? Why wouldn't he just gone right to the airport?
Well, I was in a rental car. So, and he just said, I'll come with you. He didn't know it was going to be the mess that it was.
Terrible call by MJ.
So, no, but as soon as we get there, NJ's already checked in. Boom, he's gone. I didn't check in because Darian was on an Aeroplan ticket. I go upstairs. Hey, just got to check in for a flight. I'm sorry, it closed 10 minutes ago, 45 minutes before the flight it closed. I'm like, well, it's 25 minutes before the flight. I have Nexus. I'm going to be at the gate in 2 minutes. We have no luggage. Sorry, there's nothing we can do, and there's one other flight tonight, but it's full, so you're going to have to stay the night.
What?
So I said, that's not possible. That's not happening. Darian had a surprise party to get to for a friend. There's another girl. I said, excuse me, come over here. She comes over. I said, this is a situation. We have to get on this flight. There's no way I've been on flights before. They don't give away the seats until the standby seats till like 10 minutes before the flight. One phone call, boom, through.
Wow.
So how could you get the one girl that does this and the other girl that does this?
No,
where is this Air Canada?
Yes, they were wonderful. Thank you to the girl who made it, but to the other girl, come on. Help a brother out. Anyway,
you know what I'm saying?
That was a long-winded story to say shout out to Alexa Hernandez, concierge.
Isn't Alexa the thing that you say in the room? And
Yeah.
say, Alexa,
Yeah.
do this.
Yeah.
Maybe all
Remember,
Alexas.
it was last year's pod at the last year's World Juniors. We were using
Yes.
Alexa,
Alexa,
right?
draw a bath.
Yeah.
Boom.
Alexa
Bath
Hernandez.
drawn.
Okay, Puffy. What temperature would you like it at?
97.
Week that was is brought to you by our friends at the Gansevoort.
You work too hard, you need a vacation, so be like Jimmy and go to Turks and Caicos. Luxury and class of 5-star resort, you must book the Gansevoort. A nice dealer at the Gansevoort. Come to the Gansevoort.
January 16th, that is 1 month and 12 days from when we're recording this, I will be at the lovely Gansevoort.
Oh, man.
Turks and Caicos with my lovely girlfriend.
Your girl?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Brooksy?
That's my wife, Brooksy. Special Christmas message came in, guys. Wanted to get into our Christmas themes as we approach Christmas.
Yes, of course.
And Santa...
Oh, okay.
Santa
Santa Maria?
Santa sent us a Christmas message.
Oh.
All the way from Berlin, Germany, I believe. Let's have a listen.
Ho, ho, ho. Santa here, and I just wanted to check in with some of the Christmas lists I've received from my good friends at the Rubber Boots podcast. So let's start with Lester. Lester, I'm going to try and see if I can get you that new saxophone, but I just wanted to say that I know this is a very difficult time of year for you, because every time you walk past a Christmas tree, it reminds you of how Carey Price is getting lit up this year. Oh, ho, 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 ho. That's right, Santa's a Leafs fan. Suck it, Lester. Ho, 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 ho. And Puffy, my boy Puffy, I'll get you set up with that home security system you asked for when the mob finally comes to collect on your gambling debts. Though I'm not sure it's quite in the Christmas spirit that you've requested your children be used as bait. And of course, Christoph, you've requested that intern Scott Reynolds stop creating so much extra work for you by using such foul language in all of the material that he sends in. Well, Christoph, I tried to get in touch with this Scott Reynolds, but he was occupied the entire weekend with a girl on vacation from Belarus who's way more hot than any of your wives. Santa's always watching. And now we come to Mr. Duthie. You've asked for a rotating crystal display case for, and I quote, my 3 Gemini awards. That's right, I have 3, not 1, not 2, I have 3. And you've requested strangely that it be placed in your bedroom because, and once again I quote, it helps little Jimmy with his confidence. Well, maybe don't tell little Jimmy that Ron McLean has 8. Ho, 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 ho. It might be cold at the North Pole, but that doesn't mean Santa can't burn you, mother. Oh, this is a little bit strange. It seems there's one more letter here I didn't see before. It smells like sandalwood from Rod Smith?
Oh, darling, I think that one's for me. No, I'll take it. Don't look at it.
Mrs. Claus, what's going on here? What is this?
No,
who is this?
Nothing.
Rod Smith. What does it?
He's nobody,
What is
darling.
he saying? The same time and place as last year, and I'll show you what a real North Pole looks like.
Oh, I don't know what he's talking about. Darling, don't worry.
Well, this Rod Smith is definitely going on the naughty list.
Oh, you can say that again.
Oh my God. Santa needs a drink.
Very well done. Very well done.
That is our intern candidate, Scott Reynolds, with a little nice message from Santa. That's brought to you by, because I look for different segments every week just to fit in all our sponsors because we're just too damn popular.
Yes.
Brought to you by the guys at Untuck It. Untuckit.com. Haven't read my my Untuck It script in a while. Puffy, you want to help me out with this? Puffy, you're getting cold? Is Sexy Puffy coming for the next week? Sexy Puffy. It's never a good look when you untuck a long, bulky dress shirt, Sexy Puffy. That's why Untuck It makes shirts specifically designed to be worn untucked. A casual shirt that's not too long, not too short. Untuck It shirts are a go-to for any occasion, from casual to dressy. More than 50 sizing options. We're going to order them now in hopes of getting them for the Christmas party, or at least for Christmas.
Yes.
Every guy can find the perfect shirt at untuckit.com. Don't forget Rubber Boots, the promo code for 20% off your purchase. Rubber Boots. I believe it's two separate words, at least on my Untuck It script, unlike idrinkcoffee.com where it's one word.
One word.
Yeah. Pod can be a little bit confusing at times. Our friends at Untuck It, we thank you. Let's get to our should we play the Untuck It theme?
Sure.
Yeah, why don't we do that?
The moment I saw her, I knew it was on. Her eyes danced just as much as her smile. She looked me up and down and studied every move. And as she drew near enough, she said, I like your shirt. And I said, thanks, babe. It's an Untuck It. Untuck It. Cool, relaxed, comfortable.
Yeah.
I've had sex to that 4 times.
Wow.
While we're on the Christmas theme, I understand you have a Christmas.
I do have
Christmas version
a bit of
Puffy's Hypotheticals.
Santa's involved.
Do we play themes back to back? Should we save our Puffy's theme? Why don't we save our Puffy's theme for the end? Okay, Santa's involved. What is it, Puff?
So, just thinking about Santa Claus. Now, if any children are listening right now,
earmuffs.
Earmuffs. This is a major earmuffs for anyone 10 and under, 9 and under.
So if you're driving with your children in the car, let's pause and wait until. Because we might be telling you what Santa's bringing you for
exactly. We
Christmas.
don't want you to know.
All right.
We don't want to spoil anything for them.
All right. We're giving you a couple seconds. And adults only. Puffy's Hypotheticals, go.
So which fictional character...
By the way, would any right-minded adult let their children listen to this?
That's a very good point.
Daddy, why is Lester's penis? Sorry, go on.
Which fictional character would you bring to life if you could make them a real person?
Oh, if you can make them real. I believe
a real
like a cartoon we're talking about.
That would be a cartoon.
But you're I think you're going with a holiday theme.
Yes, this is a bit of a holiday.
Okay, go ahead.
So one would be Santa Claus. Of course. The Tooth Fairy, which my boys have been cashing in lately on.
Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah, they're like hockey players. Easter Bunny.
Easter Bunny.
Or Michael Myers Halloween.
Wow.
Why would you want Michael Myers to be real?
Because wouldn't it be exciting to watch a Dateline about real Michael Myers?
Wow.
Like, how great a story would that be?
Keith Morrison?
Yeah, he'd nail it.
It's happened again in a suburb of Chicago. Like 4 dead.
Like, it would be fantastic. So which one of those?
It would make Halloween a lot more exciting,
like if there was actually the potential of the Michael Myers being out there on the streets.
Yeah, it would be great to send your kids out.
No, well, you go out there and you see them, boom, they bump into them. And all of a sudden it's like, let's get out of here. We're not important enough to get killed, though. Please move along. Let someone else deal with this.
Well, jeez. I believe Santa's real, first of all, but the Tooth Fairy you could rack up. Well, you get the coin anyway, but would the Tooth Fairy be hot?
Yes, of course.
like The Rock.
Can we do write-in votes? Like a fairy godmother granting you wishes.
That's
maybe.
true. Yeah,
the Duthie family had the New Year's guinea pig. I think I've
But
told
they
you about
have
that on the
to,
pod
for them to
before.
do that, they have to come into your home.
Right.
And
so it's actually real.
Yeah, it's real. It's
Santa
not
is coming down the chimney or whatever.
Yeah, you're going to
reindeer and everything.
Yeah, it's real.
Was it the movie? I think it was the movie Gremlins, where Phoebe Cates tells the story of Santa came down the chimney and got, like, her dad came down the chimney and got stuck and died as Santa Claus.
Well, that's kind of sad.
Is that right?
I don't know, but I love me some Phoebe Cates.
I might be totally wrong on that
Gremlins
reference, but maybe. Gremlins, that would be scary. I don't like that.
Why
That
would you want that?
No, that's not good.
Michael Myers over them.
Any day. I'm going to go for the Tooth Fairy because I just think there's a chance of hotness along with the money that they put under the kid's pillow.
It's true.
You?
Oh, me? I would probably go with
Michael Myers.
No, I'd go with the big guy Santa Claus.
Lester?
I guess I'd go with Santa. Yeah.
Puff?
Can't think of
I mean,
anybody else.
what's the other guy's name?
Stoff.
I don't talk to him much anymore, I feel. Kind of cut him out of the pod.
Yeah. It's because he's in another room.
I know. It's just it's not in the old room. He was right there next to us.
Like the very first room, he was in our lap.
I know. I went to HR 4 times in the first 4 episodes.
He's like, this is the only way it will record.
Stuff?
I was thinking Tooth Fairy, but you only have so many teeth.
Good point.
Easter Bunny, diabetes.
That's true.
Right.
Myers, too scary. So I'm going to go Santa. I want to see how there's 50 billion children in this world, and that fat guy gets around that quickly. I want to see that.
It's always that thing when you reach the certain age. I can remember at 9 and 10 when I was still believed, but lying in bed trying to do the math.
Yeah.
And I think you come to an age maybe 12 or something where you start to really do the math and it doesn't make any sense.
Jimmy, the math should be done a little before 12.
think so?
My 8-year-old's pretty much starting to figure it out now.
My daughters, this is one of the things I'm most proud of, I think to 13 believed.
Really?
Yeah. Now,
Wow.
you could make some comments there, but
if Santa really existed, though, how many Christmases would he get through before he was shot?
Wow.
Like somebody's killing him for sure, like sneaking around in your house in the middle of the night. He's for sure taking one.
That would be a good movie, like The Purge.
Yeah.
Christmas.
Wow.
The Purge Christmas.
Yeah.
And Santa's trying to make his way through it.
Hold on a second. Let's write this down.
Let's write this down.
You know
Let's
what?
brainstorm this bad
I
boy.
will say this. One of my earliest memories of my childhood was my brother and I. We had a bunk bed, and I just remember waking up on one Christmas morning and seeing a stocking beside me with my name on it, and it was a Batman figure that I wanted.
Yep.
Santa brought it to me, and the wonder of Christmas, man.
Man,
It's
it
great
was
for the
amazing.
kids.
I would
it's fantastic.
Yeah, I would go all out though. I had like a different writing form that I would use for Santa, like a cursive. I'd use some cursive and try it, and then I would keep notes from the previous year, so my Santa writing would be the same because I thought my kids were smart enough to notice. I went all out.
The kids are starting to tell my guys that he doesn't exist, but we've just told them that, well, they'll get nothing because they don't believe.
Yeah, right. Just say those. Don't believe those little bastards.
Yeah.
That's what you say. It's time for PuckPedia. Oh, wait a second. We didn't play the Puffy's Hypotheticals theme. That's a staple of the show.
Yo, 1, 2, 1, 2. These hypotheticals are messing with my mind. These hypotheticals, what's gonna be this time? These hypotheticals are blowing my mind again. These hypotheticals,
Just messed everything up playing all these themes at the end of the segment.
Oh, good.
I like it. We started the new PuckPedia segment last week. PuckPedia.com is the ultimate source for hockey fans and pros, all sorts of salary cap info, contracts, basic, advanced stats. You can submit Ask the Capologist question. It's a really cool place to go, and you can follow on Twitter at PuckPedia. So last week we started the 2 truths, 1 false, which I fooled almost all you guys, except Shanetti and Rod.
Rod.
But I had you and Bump just
So
going
you fooled
sideways.
half of us.
Right. So we're going to go through. I think that we're going to make this last the entire year. So we're going to go through our staff.
Yep.
We'll bring in Bump. We'll bring in Roddy. Roddy's will be crazy because we'll think like everything's true. And then we'll get Lindsay Hamilton.
Yep.
1999 Sarah Orlesky. Jermaine Franklin, all the people who've guested on the pod.
Guy from Modern Family.
Ryan Rashad.
Eric Stone.
Yes.
Eric Stone.
And then maybe that will be his
Eric
debut.
Stonestreet.
Yeah.
We'll get the Dream Analyzer to come on and do her 2 truths, 1 false. It's going to be amazing. So it's Lester this week, though.
Yes.
So fire away, Lester, and we'll try to guess.
All right. 2 truths and a lie.
2 things are true about Lester's life, 1 he made up.
Okay, number 1. I am in an Academy Award-winning film.
Okay.
Number 2. I'm related to Canadian hip-hop royalty.
Okay.
Number 3. I've partied with a major international star.
Of music or film or TV, it is one of those things, perhaps? Any of the above? You
2
not
of
have
the
to-
3.
Oh,
Not film.
all right. Do you want to go first, Puffy, or do you want me to go first?
You can go first.
Well, I think I figured one out maybe, so I want you to go first.
Okay, so I know that you've been in an Academy Award nominated film.
Yes, we went over this.
Chicago.
That's the one I was going to say.
Okay.
All right. So it's got to be one of the other 2.
Now I gotta admit, they're both good.
I guess we could figure this out together.
Yeah,
right?
I'm a bit. I don't. This one, both of them are good. Both of them could be. I'm going to lean towards the party. I partied with.
That's fake?
No, it's being real. I'm going to say that being related to hip hop royalty is fake.
I'm going to say that, like he's talked about Maestro. It's Canadian hip hop royalty, which
Yes,
could be
Maestro would definitely
or
qualify.
who's Licky Boom Boom Down? Who's that?
Snow.
I don't think he's related to Snow.
People used to think I look like
Informer. Is that someone down the lane?
Yeah, when I was younger especially, I looked like Snow.
You look like you do look a little
you do
bit.
look Snow.
If Snow and Screech had a
Oh,
child,
jeez.
Perhaps they did.
maybe they did.
Lots of lovely ladies.
I'm going to go with Puffy because I think you're friends with Maestro, Fresh Wes. Let your backbone slide. But I don't believe you are related to him. Stoff, you going to go with us here, or are you going to go the other one?
I'm going the other way. I'm going hip hop royalty.
Is true.
Is
Okay.
true.
And you didn't. Okay. So reveal.
Okay.
The big reveal.
Let's break it down. Yes, number 1, I am correct. You are correct. I am in Chicago.
See, that was a mistake by you because you brought it up on a
Forgot
previous
that I brought it up.
podcast.
Forgot that I brought it up.
All right.
That's terrible. So yes, I held
Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Breasts? You held her breast?
I held her hand.
Oh, sorry.
It's like butter.
Made
It's like
sweet,
butter.
sweet love to her.
I am related to a Canadian hip hop royalty.
Whoa.
Maestro Fresh West
You are related to him.
is Guyanese.
Wow. Hold on.
Very relatable.
No. Hold on.
Didn't realize I was related to William Wallace.
Hold on. Let me finish. He is Guyanese.
Yes.
And he and my dad are very close, but no, we're not related.
Got me. I thought you were going to pull Mother Africa out at me.
No.
And we'd have no chance.
So you guys are correct. I have partied with a major international star. My brother, Mark McLean, I'll shout out to him, is the last drummer to play for George Michael live.
Oh, nice.
Mark, he toured with the Symphonica tour that happened in 2011, 2012. I was lucky enough to go see them on the road in Milan, Italy, and that is the one and only time that he had an after party, and I met George Michael.
Was this the Wham
awesome.
days?
No, this is well
George
after.
Michael.
This is 2011.
Was this the Wham days? You know, Wham ended in like 84.
So, my life is a blur.
George Michael.
I liked Wham.
God rest his soul. One of my favorite performers of all time. He was really nice and a big dude. He's like 6'2", 6'3".
Really?
Yeah, he was a big
See,
dude.
I would have thought he was
He's
like one of
small.
those little
Yeah,
guys.
no, he's not. Not at all.
Time can never.
I saw one of his like a documentary on him. He had a lot of hits.
He had a lot
Like
of
he was really good.
He was very good.
Yeah.
Good.
That's too bad.
I broke up with Cindy Cross in like grade 10 or 11.
Honestly,
That was that song I was
the
singing.
girls of your youth,
I'm never gonna dance again.
their names sound made up.
Guilty feet have got
They're like
no
the best,
rhythm.
the best Cindy.
Okay,
Cross.
listen.
I miss you, Sydney.
Listen,
I miss
guys.
you.
Since
I love these
you've brought
girls.
this up, I'm going to shout out to somebody. You guys, this is last season, and we were talking about our first loves and whatnot
Yeah.
and everything.
Yeah.
I found Brandy.
Oh, Brandy.
Yes.
Brandy's back.
Well, we've been talking. I mean, it's nothing. It's just
dude,
it's not much to tell.
This should
be
you
a new
slide
segment.
into her DMs, or did she slide into yours?
I Facebook one day. I just happened to look.
Facebook.
Like,
I got to try that thing.
yeah, and she's like, I went to.
I don't do the Facebook.
That's the school.
We'll leave it to you.
No one really does the Facebook.
But anyway, she lives in Calgary.
Oh.
Yes.
And
well.
can we ask, is it a polite way to ask, what would be a polite way to say, how are those fries?
You know what? If you were asking me if she's aged well,
yes.
Hell yes.
Oh.
I'm saying that right out there, Brandy.
Yeah. Brandy with an I
Brandy,
or a Y?
listen,
with a Y.
With a Y.
Well, remember
Classier.
Allison Phillips, who was one of my...
honestly, I love these girls.
Allison Phillips.
I feel like I know them all.
Allison Phillips was the one in grade 10 that I asked every time at the dance, you know, and she was really polite to me. That similar thing happened about 15 years ago where she popped up on Facebook and it was like, unbelievable. Yeah. Very happy for her. I'm happily married as well.
Yes.
My wife, Cheryl.
See this, Brooksy? This is what I could have.
Guess that's what I'm saying, Brooksy.
This is what I gave up for you, Brooksy.
Oh, man. Can you go through the list of the girls from your youth? I love all the names. Allison Parker.
First Love.
Yes.
Allison White.
Allison White, yeah.
That was grade 8.
Yes. They all sound kind of
Cheryl Hamill.
cute.
She had a time.
Yep.
My high school sweetheart was, well, the Allison Phillips thing happened. I loved her, but she didn't reciprocate. Then Leslie Grignol was my first love.
Nice.
My high school girl. Who else have I mentioned?
The one you just mentioned. What's her name again? I just forgot.
Oh, Cindy Cross.
Cindy Cross.
Yeah, Cindy Cross was we just dated a short time when I was broken up with Leslie Grignol. Or was I?
Leslie Grignol's listening now. That son of a I knew it.
No, they're all.
I knew there was no wham content.
Bail me out, stop. Get to the PuckPedia theme.
Let me tell you about PuckPedia. Stats, contracts, and caps. It's all there for you. One-stop shop for your hockey information. It's a new sensation. So log on, log on, log on. If you get the puck, go to PuckPedia.com.
Forgot Karen Timko, who was my first high school girlfriend.
That's the first name that I haven't liked.
Wow. Karen Timko?
Timko doesn't sound that hot.
Yeah.
The other ones all sound cute.
Yeah. You know what, guys? It's time for the last intern.
I thought you were going to say it's time to head into hour 3.
Oh my God! How long is this? Oh, we're killing stuff again. Well, we haven't been together in a while, right?
Yeah,
that's true.
And we did a short one at Grey Cup, so we figured
the short one was still like
some of our listeners would have real long drives ahead of them this week, maybe going home for Christmas.
Yeah,
to
save this one for
the
the Christmas holiday.
That's right. Wait till
Santa
Boxing
Claus
Day
and everything.
when you're bored of everything.
You know, when you're driving with the family, don't put it on.
So I believe this is the last of our intern finalists. There's a good chance I've forgotten about 3 of them. But nobody has been writing me diligently saying you've forgotten about me.
They've quit.
There was the guy on Parliament Hill. There was a Parliament Hill guy who was trying to get in. So
was there?
I've forgotten.
He
about
actually
him.
works on Parliament Hill.
Yeah, I think he was deputy PM or something. But this gentleman has been writing quite a lot, suggesting ideas for us.
Nice.
His name is Thomas Chikansky. Let's play the intern theme and get to Thomas.
Rubber Boots Podcast Intern Search. We need someone to mail the merch when listeners win contests. Coffee, t-shirts, James's book. When need something, you're on the hook. Bring copies to the set. Help pay off Puff's gambling debt. Just be there to scratch our wrist. The bottom line is you'll be up. Shut your mouth. Hey man, I'm just talking about the Rubber Boots Podcast Intern.
I love this.
It is the best ever. So we've had, let's go through. We had our Megan Wong.
Yeah.
We had our Scott Reynolds, who's been shining.
We had the other Scott.
Again, very good from Alberta.
Yeah.
Laura
Cope.
We had Laura. Zach Phillips from here in Toronto.
Yep.
Quite a resume he had.
Yeah, he was strong.
And he has his own podcast.
He does.
Am I missing anybody? Here he is. Is it Chikansky, Thomas? Chikansky?
Sikansky.
Isn't Sick
Hands.
Is that what your buddies call you? Did you play hockey?
Yeah, I did.
Did people say that? You got Sikansky?
Yeah, I got Sikansky a lot. The rare occasion where they had like an announcer for like a tournament, sometimes they would just say Thomas C scored, so that was always fun.
Thomas C scored. I like that. Now, you are out in Alberta. Is this correct?
Yeah, Calgary.
You're a student taking what? Where?
I'm a student at U of C, so University of Calgary. I'm in accounting.
Oh, that could be handy for us.
All the
that
money.
could be.
Yeah, as all the money keeps pouring in from sponsorships, we do need someone to keep a ledger.
I can also help. I can help Puffy hide some of his gambling income too.
Oh, that's very important.
Laundering.
How about the losses?
Is there anything we can write them off against something, Thomas? Accounting, you know what? My son's in business.
Is he?
I tried to get him to go to accounting because even though accounting sort of sounds boring, sorry, Thomas, everybody tells me all the
I
good,
get it all the time.
all the good jobs
Are in
and the
accounting.
high money jobs, well, finance too, but accounting, you're almost guaranteed to get a good job. Is that correct, Thomas, isn't it?
Yeah, I've actually got a job lined up now, so if that, I don't know if that helps the argument or whatever. But you do have to put up.
What the hell do you
with
need
the
us for
stigma.
then? You got rolling six figures right out of school.
No.
Well, you see, like you said, there's a bit of a bad stigma attached to this. So I need this for, the Tinder bio and stuff like that.
That's true.
Well, there's that commercial for accountants where you have there's the hot girl.
Oh my
and
God, that's so cringeworthy.
She's out on the oil rig and she's making deals and she's on the phone. That makes accounting sound like I wanted me to be there. I wanted to go back to school right there.
Wouldn't mind being on that. That'd be pretty fun.
Yeah, she's in a helicopter. She's flying around doing accounting stuff in the
Oh,
helicopter.
that's an accounting commercial?
I think so. It is, isn't it?
I thought that was a movie.
Now, Thomas, why should you be the intern here at the Rubber Boots Pod?
Well, there's a couple reasons. First of all, TSN doesn't have a huge influence out here in Calgary. You got Jermaine Franklin all alone. I think he could use a helping hand.
Not wrong.
That is true.
Let's see. A lot of the other candidates are very qualified in media and stuff like that. I'm kind of more fit the bill of the podcast where I'm completely unqualified.
I like that.
I'm just here for the content, the jokes, and just have a good time.
Well, the everyman.
Yeah.
Well, that's the appeal of Puffy.
Yeah.
Lester and stuff. Not me. I'm not the everyman.
No.
That's not me.
You're
Let's
special.
be ridiculous. Thomas, no. The one thing Thomas has also been very good at suggesting. He writes me. He slides into my messages on.
Slides in your DMs.
On no, is it called DMs on the Instagram? Is it still called DMs?
It's direct message. Yeah.
All right, and he gives me some suggestions. He had, one segment we haven't done all year is the Urban Dictionary.
Yes.
Man, I love that one too.
Yeah,
We did.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, Thomas had a couple.
Okay.
Why don't you play the theme, and then we'll do Thomas's suggestion.
Urban Dictionary, yeah. Yeah. Come on, yeah. Urban Dictionary, yeah. Urban Dictionary.
Some of my finest lyrics.
Is that
ever.
a new one?
No. Well, I actually I did that before, and then I redid it. I did an original Urban Dictionary, and then I redid it.
Right.
That's the second version.
Have we ever
Urban
played that before?
I don't know,
Yes.
but it felt a little longer, but I liked it.
And then we stopped doing Urban Dictionary.
Because we forgot, like everything else.
Seriously.
All right,
Awesome.
throw out a term. Throw out a term there, Thomas, and we'll try to do it.
Okay, so this first one, I will admit, is a little harder, but let's see what you guys got. The first term here is iced.
Iced. I think I might benefit only because my son might have mentioned it in the summer because that's right in his wheelhouse. He's 18. Does it have? Well, first, I think I have an idea. Do you think you have an idea, Puff?
Yeah, I know what it is.
So, do you have?
I assume it's when the puck goes to the link of the ice in hockey.
That's icing.
You are correct, Lester.
I'm sorry.
Ice the puck.
He iced it.
That would be a really lousy Urban Dictionary thing.
Honestly, that is when somebody. I think that's when somebody's been killed. Somebody got
iced him.
Oh.
Yeah.
You iced him.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be very fun.
Puffy's got iced by his bookie after not paying for 3 months.
Put him on
something
ice.
like that. Use it in a sentence.
Yeah.
Stoff, do you have an idea?
I'm going to guess that it's if you text a lady or call her and she does not call you back or return that text.
That's ghosted,
That's
though, isn't
ghosted.
it?
Yeah, that is ghosted.
Could be iced.
Yeah.
I believe it has something to do with Smirnoff Ice.
That is
Is that
correct.
your thought, Puffy?
Yeah, that's correct.
What is it, though? Do you stick a Smirnoff Ice
you
up your...
basically get someone to touch a Smirnoff Ice without knowing they're touching it, and then if they do, they have to chug the whole thing.
Oh, it's like a little party trick.
Yes.
Is that right, Thomas?
On one knee. Yeah.
Oh.
The way we do it out here is you hide it, and then so you like get your friend to like look in a cabinet and there's a Smirnoff Ice just there waiting for them.
Now, do they have to touch it or just see it?
We usually just say you see it.
Okay.
So, for example, last night I was doing some dishes. I finished doing the dishes, and I hit a Smirnoff Ice at the bottom of the sink. So when my other roommate went to put the dishes away, they had to get on one knee and chug an entire Smirnoff Ice on a Monday evening.
Okay, just as an aside, Smirnoff Ice, very tasty. But I stopped drinking them because if I would have one even relatively fast at a party...
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the amount of sugar in that thing, but it makes you feel like you're having a heart attack.
Yeah.
Wow. So, have you ever felt that, Thomas, when you've chugged a Smirnoff Ice, or am I just soft?
Oh, that's completely valid. Usually, it gets pretty dangerous if you've got a couple hiding around a party and one person happens to run into like three. That you may need to get them close to a bathroom or something like that.
Yeah,
so it can be a bit of a dangerous.
It can be dangerous.
I thought I was dying once at a summer barbecue. I was over the sink, like bent down on my knees after drinking a Smirnoff Ice too fast. So, you said you had a second one?
Okay, yeah. So this is an acronym going around right now that was introduced to me a couple months ago. I had no idea what it was initially, but now I can't stop saying it. So this acronym is BDE.
BDE.
Bad.
Isn't that the bell stock?
No.
BDE. That would be awesome if it was.
That would be BCE.
Yes, but
bad dick emissions? I don't know.
Big dick.
Big dick envy.
Big dick envy. Yeah,
Big
that's
dick
probably
envy. It's we
if we got it, that'd be huge.
And James had BDE towards Lester.
Isn't it Roddy that's only 4 inches from the ground?
Right.
BDE.
Oh, you got one? That was pretty good.
That's what I think it is. Big dick
envy.
Big dick envy.
Are we correct?
Yeah.
That is very close. I'm very impressed with it. It's actually big dick energy.
Oh, so close.
Okay.
What is that?
So that just shows you we're lacking the confidence.
So is that like with you university kids, you're going out for a night and you say, yo, I got some BDE tonight, I'm feeling good. Is that the way you'd use it? I sounded really lame there, didn't I?
Let's smear off ice
It's not completely far off. I would so. For example, say your friend does you like a favor, or you ask them to do you a favor.
Right.
Then you can just be like, "Oh yeah, that's some big dick energy right there. That's some BDE."
Oh, I like it.
I'm going to start using that.
Right. So let's say we're doing a Leafs game tonight. I nail we have a really good panel.
Yeah.
I'll be like, boys, O-Dog, Bob, Pooley, that was some BDE right there on that quiz, right? Would that be appropriate, Thomas?
Yeah, that works. Yeah,
I'm going to use that.
Works.
I'm going to try using it on the air.
Say like me and my boys we need a field goal to win a big bet. Can I say, boys, we need some BDE here?
Some BDE here.
Or is it not appropriate for kids?
Well, you just got to make up something. Make up a cuter term for your kids. All right.
Big dick.
No, just take the dick out of it.
BP, big penis energy.
I think that's the same.
Just dog.
Big dog
energy. Big dog energy, boys. We got some big dog energy. BDE. Thomas, those are very good. And you sound like a really good guy. That's first of all, right?
Yeah, really.
You'd fit in really well with the pod.
What is your hockey team affiliation?
So that's a bit of a loaded question, Lester. Right now, I cheer for the hometown Flames. I also hopped on the Jets bandwagon this past spring. But my first and unfortunately first love of hockey was the Ottawa Senators.
Wow, attaboy. Now why?
It's terrible.
I grew up in North Bay when I first started getting into hockey, and that was about when I was like 4 years old.
Okay.
And even at that age, I knew I couldn't go through an entire life of being a Leafs fan like the rest of the town, so I just picked the other team.
Good for you. Fair. Good for you. Well, listen, Thomas, we don't want to cut you short, but unfortunately this pod's been going on for 2 hours and the stuff is going to kill us. So we thank you so much for writing in and all your suggestions, and you are definitely a worthy candidate for the internship when it gets decided in the year 2021 when the Seattle NHL franchise debuts.
We're going to name them the same day.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do.
We're going to go to Seattle for the announcement.
Thanks a ton, buddy, for listening, and we'll be in touch, as you know.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
All right.
Cheers, Thomas.
Thomas Sikansky. I like that name.
Sikansky.
What a good guy. He just sounds like a good guy.
I'm so good guy. I like to go hang out with him.
So impressed with all our listeners.
Next year in the Grey Cup.
Next year the Grey Cup's in Calgary.
Nice.
We're going to get, whether Thomas is an intern or not, we're going to invite him out for beers with us.
Yeah, he
you,
sounds
me,
like
Roddy.
Him and his boys would be a good time.
Lester?
Yes, that's right, Calgary.
Going.
Yeah. Didn't invite us, though, eh, Stoff?
Do you feel like the pod's divided in half?
It does feel like there's a
fraction.
Them and us.
It's almost like it's first class and coach.
Sorry, everybody, that we went so long again this week. Enjoy it over your Christmas holidays.
They've stopped listening.
They were gone back around Puffy's Hypotheticals. Sorry, Stoff. This will be out again in about 3 weeks when Stoff gets to editing it. See you next week, folks. Here's the Rubber Boots Guy theme.
Hey, how are ya? I got a question that I really wanna ask ya. Wait, don't hang up. I need to know, so I'm gonna try and push my luck. Are you wearing your rubber boots tonight? Are they purple, yellow, green, blue, black, or white? Are you wearing your rubber boots tonight? And do you like the dunk tank at the fair? I know it's a little strange, my obsession with your choice of footwear in the rain. I know that you're on TV, but I need you to put your boots up on the desk for me. Are you wearing your rubber boots tonight? Are they purple, yellow, green, blue, black, or white? Are you wearing your rubber boots tonight? And do you like the dunk tank at the fair? This is the part they call the bridge, a bridge has water under it. With rubber boots you can wade in the water. Just don't fall in. Are you wearing your rubber boots tonight? Are they purple, yellow, green, blue, black, or white? Are you wearing your rubber boots tonight? And do you like a dunk tank at the fair? Do you like the dunk tank at the fair? The dunk tank at the fair. Are you wearing your rubber boots tonight? No, seriously. Are you wearing your rubber boots? Don't hang up, please. Somebody. Anyone?